ground hornbill, he's gonna bang on the box. He likes to make sure everyone knows it's still there. But that is...
Rescue Tales is back at SeaWorld Orlando, and this is the perfect place to escape the Florida heat and humidity or the rain and learn about some rescued animals. Each show is a little bit different, and you never know which animals you will learn about. Could be birds, snakes, spiders, beware, could be spiders, or even alligators. So grab a seat and enjoy Rescue Tales.
Life for generations to come. SeaWorld's 60th anniversary celebration isn't just a marker of time. It's a celebration of progress, innovation, and our unwavering commitment to the wonders of the ocean. And today, as we embark on the next chapter of our journey, we invite you to dive deeper, explore further, and discover so much more to see at SeaWorld Orlando.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Seaport Theater. While inside, smoking is not permitted. And for the safety of our animals, please refrain from the use of flash photography. If you need to leave at any time during the show, please exit up the stairs where an operations ambassador will assist you. And now, SeaWorld is proud to present Rescue Tales.
Good afternoon and welcome to Rescue Tales. My name is Jackie and I'm one of over 350 animal care specialists right here at SeaWorld Orlando. And man, do we have the best job. Where do you get to wake up every day and work with some amazing animals and build relationships with them? Today, I'm going to highlight these relationships that our trainers have formed with these animals, because every animal, whether big or small, plays a vital role in its ecosystem. And what we learn about them not only allows us to take better care of them here, but it also will help their wild counterparts as well. Now today, as we're going through our presentation, we're going to be asking you guys some questions. Feel free to just shout out the answer. We want it to be interactive. Don't raise your hand, so take any guesses that you guys may have. But in just a moment, I'm going to shine a spotlight on some of our animal friends. You guys ready to meet them? Yeah. Well, let me introduce you to our first animal coming out with Billie Jean.
Hi, everyone. What is the first thing you think of when you hear Florida? Yeah, an American alligator. I want to introduce you to Everglade. How old do you think that she is? Yeah, I heard it. About 1 year old. Yeah, American alligators are found from Texas all the way down and across, yes, in Florida. They're freshwater species found in lakes, rivers, streams, ponds, and yes, golf courses. Now, American alligators can grow up to 13 feet, weigh 400 to 600 pounds. Yep, and they're known for their really powerful jaw and their strong tail. How many teeth do you think she has at any given one time? 80 teeth. Did you know that? Yeah, you've been here before? Okay. So, you would know that it's 80 teeth at any given one time because American alligators are constantly losing their teeth. In fact, they can lose up to 2,000 to 3,000 teeth within their lifetime. Very cool. Female alligators are special in that they're one of the few species, reptile species, that will care for the young up to 2 years of age. That's really sweet. They'll take their powerful tails and dig what's called gator holes. Gator holes are essential for the environment and that they provide, it fills with water and provides habitats for native Floridian species like the red-bellied slider. Female gators will use the tail and their powerful front claws to lay their eggs in a mound. Now, the temperature of the mound, it's okay, sweetheart. The temperature of the mound determines the gender of the baby gators. If it is warmer, then they're going to be males. If it's below 86, it's going to be females. Kind of cool? Yeah? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Everglade and the American alligator history. before we say goodbye. It's something really cool and I think definitely worth mentioning. You see, in 1967, the American alligator was on the endangered species list and almost completely wiped out. It took very strong conservation efforts, and it was known that their numbers were declining due to habitat destruction, deforestation, pollution, and overhunting. But in 1987, the American alligator made a strong comeback and was taken off the endangered species list. And coincidentally, that very same year, the American alligator became the official reptile of the state of Florida. Yeah, awesome. You guys can clap to that. A species being brought back from the brink of extinction is something that is very, very, very special. Well, sweetheart, I think you did a fantastic job. You know, alligators have been around for 250 million years. And if we continue to take care of them, let's hope that we will have them around for another 250 million years. Let's give it up for Everglade. Now our next animal has the most amazing rescue story. I hope you fall in love with him. Here is Jackie with our animal ambassador.
Thank you, Billie Jean.
I'm sorry, Emily. Emily.
No worries. See you later, alligator. Are you guys ready to meet our next animal? Yeah! Awesome. Well, he has defied the odds and become a wonderful member of our family here. Give it up for Panama. Panama is our eastern brown pelican. He is 14 years old, and he was rescued right here in the state of Florida over in St. Petersburg back in 2010. A local sanctuary was keeping an eye on his nest, and when they realized his parents were not coming back for him, they decided to intervene and rescue him. Now, when he was rescued, he was a lot smaller and pretty much had no feathers, so he looks a lot different than he does today. But as you can see, he has blossomed into a beautiful bird and is such a wonderful animal ambassador for his species. Now, eastern brown pelicans are found all over the coast of North America and into parts of South America. You can see Panama showing off that impressive wingspan. It's about 6.5 feet. And that allows them to glide over the water at heights of 65 feet. They can dive down and catch fish with some really impressive accuracy. Now, another really cool aspect of these birds is their throat pouch. Does anyone want to take a guess about how much water that throat pouch can hold? 3 gallons. I heard it. You got it right. Yeah, 3 gallons. That's actually several times their stomach capacity. Now, the biggest threat that these guys face out in the wild is entanglement with abandoned fishing line. So something that we can be doing is, whether we're out at the beach or on the boat all day, is just making sure we're collecting all that garbage in abandoned fishing line and making sure it gets disposed of properly. More than 700 pelicans die each year just in the state of Florida from abandoned fishing line. Now, if you fell in love with Panama today, which I'm sure you did, we have more rescued pelicans, and you can check out their stories over at Pelican Preserve, which is right in front of Manta. Let's give this handsome bird a big round of applause. And I'm going to invite my friend Justin out here with another Florida species.
Thank you, Emily Ray. Hi, everyone. With me here is our 2-year-old Florida king snake, Cassie. Now, Cassie actually just came to us a couple weeks ago from a private owner that really decided they could no longer properly care for her. So we were asked to be her forever home at SeaWorld, and we are glad that we were, because now we get to share all this cool information about such an important snake species. Now, the Florida king snake is one of 45 subspecies of the common king snake. Does anyone want to guess where they're from? Florida! It's a pretty easy question, right? They're here in Florida, and you can find them in a variety of habitats, from forests even to your own backyard. Now, I mentioned they were one of 45 subspecies. You probably recognize the California king snake the most, and that's the king snake that has the bright red, yellow, and black coloration. Florida king snakes, on the other hand, typically have these more neutral colors, these blacks, grays, and whites, and this helps them blend into their surroundings. Now, they're going to blend into their surroundings for 2 reasons. They're going to try to hide from predators, but they're also going to try to hide and catch their prey. They are a non-venomous species, and like other snakes, they're carnivores, meaning that they eat mostly meat. This includes small rodents, maybe some lizards, toads, but most notably, it includes other snakes. Now, the king snake gets their name, they're king of snake species, because they're actually immune to local snake venoms. This means that they love to feast on venomous snakes like copperheads, water moccasin, and even rattlesnakes. Now, this special adaptation makes them a great pest control, not only for our rodent species, but also some of these venomous snake species as well. I mentioned a little bit about her story and her coming from a past owner. Whenever you get an animal or a new pet, whether it's a snake, bird, dog, or cat, we always want to make sure that we do our proper research. By making sure that we have the right time and space for these animals, we can make sure that we are a nice fit for any pet, and that that pet and yourself have a nice, long, and happy life together. The Florida king snake is not an endangered species. They're actually pretty common around here, but that doesn't mean they don't face threats. Right now, their biggest threat is habitat loss. With the rise of commercial and residential development, it has made it pretty hard for these guys to find some healthy habitats. So if you ever see a snake out in the wild, whether it's a king snake or any other species, we always recommend the 3 S's. Stop, stare, and step away. So if you see a snake out in the wild, what's the first S? Stop, yeah. So you're gonna stop, you're gonna make sure that you have enough space, make sure that that snake has enough space before you do the second S, which is? Stare, yeah. Take a minute from a distance to watch that snake, watch that behavior, watch what they're doing, how they're blending into their environment, and just take a moment to really appreciate what you're having a chance to see, because it's a pretty cool thing to see a snake out in the wild. And then once you've had that opportunity, go ahead and do the third S, which is? Step away, exactly right, step away. By stepping away, you are again giving that snake the opportunity to move on its way, and you are moving on your own way. And by doing that, you have just had a positive interaction with some of our Florida wildlife. But I think Cassie's done a great job. How about you guys? Think she's done all right? All right. Well, we are gonna head back, but it is time for Jackie to come out and introduce our next animal.
All right, are you guys enjoying your animal so far? The next one coming out, I think you guys are gonna love him. His name is Newman. Newman is an African ground hornbill. He's gonna bang on the box. He likes to make sure everyone knows it's still there. But that is a natural behavior. That is something that you would actually see them do out in their natural habitat. They would use that beak like a hammer or an axe in order to get some insects or to hard to reach areas. He just likes to make sure that box knows who's boss when he comes on out here. Now, like I said, he's a southern African ground hornbill, so from Africa. He is used to the warm weather, unlike myself from the north. But this is something that he likes, that Florida weather. But he has some adaptations that do help him for that. Now, the first one is going to be around his eyes. You guys are going to notice right away that red coloration. That red coloration is a thinner skin that not only allows to see that it's a boy, because girls would actually have more of a deep purple to help distinguish that, but it also is a thinner skin where they can release some excess heat. So that will allow them to cool off a little bit more. Now, if we can get a good look at his eye, right above his eyes, you are going to notice that he has these long, beautiful eyelashes, something that we have to pay a lot of money for. Boys and girls both have them, and they are like having sunshade, sun protection. So a sunglass or an umbrella, those do help them. The only difference is they are not eyelashes like our own, they are actually just feathers. So it's an adaptation that they have formed to help them on those savannas. Newman here is 20 years old. This species can live a very long time. They could actually been known to live into their 60s. So in human care, they can live far surpast that. They get free medical, free dental, free vision. It does help out quite a bit. Now, Newman is what we call imprinted. So you're gonna notice while he's hanging out with Billie Jean up here, he is pretty attached to us. You may also notice we have someone hanging out down there because he now has 50 more friends that have all came to hang out with him. Imprinting just means that Newman identifies more with humans than he does of his own species. He has gone out on a couple dates. He's decided he didn't want to take any partners. So he is a great ambassador for his species to teach you all about him. This species, although not endangered, is vulnerable. They do face a lot of threats. One of them actually is that the tree that they like to lay eggs in and build a nest is actually few and far between in Africa. So there are projects that SeaWorld's Conservation Fund actually helps fund a hornbill project that helps hornbills like him and his friends build trees for them. They also help raise their young. So Newman, the type of species he is, they actually have trouble raising more than one baby. So if they were to lay multiple eggs, have a couple babies, those trainers can actually step in and raise them with a puppet. Yeah, so they could be able to be released so they don't end up imprinted like Newman. Now it looks like Newman did a great job today. He made his grand exit already. Let's give him a big round of applause. As we conclude our journey through Rescue Tales, it is a reminder that every animal, no matter how big or small, deserves love, compassion, and a second chance. Here at SeaWorld, we are honored to be able to offer that second chance, and for nearly 60 years, we have rescued over 41,000 animals with the goal of rehabilitating and releasing them back to their natural habitat.
Yeah, and just this year here at SeaWorld Orlando, we've already been able to return 25 manatees and 45 sea turtles. Let's give it up for our rescue team and vet staff.
And those are great numbers, and we are not done yet. Through the dedication of our animal care staff, as well as compassionate individuals like yourselves, these stories of hope and healing continue to unfold every single day. Until next time, remember, cherish every tale. Within each one lies a story worth saving.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day here.